Welcome to Eternal Wealth and Wisdom. Quick summary of the Atomic Habits. We'll dive into James Clear's unique approach to building powerful habits through small, consistent changes. In Chapter 1, Clear introduces us to the concept of atomic habits, which are tiny actions that, when repeated, create a compounding effect over time, leading to major transformation in our lives. Clear starts with a real-life story from the world of British cycling. For nearly a century, British cyclists had underperformed, winning just a single gold medal and struggling to make a mark in major races like the Tour de France. But everything changed in 2003 when Dave Brailsford became the team's performance director. His strategy, called the aggregation of marginal gains, focused on improving everything involved in cycling by just 1%, from adjusting seat height and improving tire grip to optimizing sleeping conditions and hand hygiene. These tiny adjustments might seem insignificant alone, but collectively, they made the British cycling team one of the most successful in history, with multiple Olympic golds and Tour de France victories. Clear explains that this approach, improving by just 1% daily, applies to our lives, too. He introduces a compelling formula: if you improve by 1% every day for a year, you'll end up 37 times better by year's end. Conversely, if you let yourself slip by 1% daily, you'll nearly reach zero. So, habits are like compound interest for personal growth. What seems minor now can yield impressive outcomes over time. One of the core challenges with building habits is the delay in visible results, which Clear calls the plateau of latent potential. When we make a positive change, it often feels frustrating because there's no immediate payoff. Think of an ice cube in a cold room. Warming the room by 1 degree at a time doesn't melt the ice until it hits a certain threshold. But that doesn't mean previous temperature increases had no effect; they were essential in reaching the melting point. Similarly, our efforts to form good habits often feel futile at first, but they build up until we reach a breakthrough. Clear concludes the chapter with an important mindset shift: instead of focusing solely on goals, focus on the systems that support those goals. Goals are useful for setting a direction, but systems, our daily habits and routines, determine whether we actually reach our goals. After all, both winners and losers often have the same goals, but it's their habits that set them apart. So, the big takeaway from Chapter 1 of Atomic Habits is that we should focus on small, consistent improvements in our routines, rather than waiting for a massive change to kickstart our success. With this approach, our habits compound over time, leading to meaningful and lasting change. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more knowledge and wisdom. And do not forget to like and subscribe.